guys, I posted some problems for you to try to complete yesterday and was hoping that some of you got a chance to do that. So I was going to go over how to solve these problems. Number 1 says the number and type of fish in Debbie's fish tank are shown in the pictograph below. So we have our pictograph here with our type of fish, the number of fish, and that each fish is worth 2 fish on the graph. So if Debbie buys 11 more angelfish, how will the angelfish row of the pictograph change? So looking at the angelfish row, right now we have 2.5 fish in that row. And if she buys 11 more angelfish, how will that change? Well, we have to figure out how many fish we have to add to the graph to make 11. So if each fish is worth 2, I'm going to start adding fish. I know that this will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and I'm at 10 and I need to add 11, so I'm just going to add a half of a fish here, and that will get me my 11 fish. So when I'm looking at the graph, I will need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 more fish, which would be letter B. Let's look at number 2. Number 2 was about cookies. Said some friends were baking cookies for a bake sale. The number of cookies they have baked so far is shown in the pictograph. So we have to decide if Allison bakes 5 more cookies, how does the first row in the pictograph need to be changed? So I drew my pictograph here, and I know that each cookie is worth 10 cookies, and Allison is baking 5 more cookies. So how is that going to affect the pictograph? So let's look at Allison. And we know that she baked 10, 20, 30, 40 cookies, and she's only going to bake 5 more. So we need to decide how many to add to our graph. So if we know that each cookie is worth 10 and she's only adding 5 more, I only need to add a half of a cookie. So that would be letter A. Add 1/2 of a cookie. Let's look at number 3, last problem. This one was 3rd graders and their favorite sport. Says the graph below shows their favorite sports of 3rd graders. You can look at this graph, shows us this is our number of students. These are the sports that they had to choose from and which ones were their favorites. So it says how many more students chose baseball as their favorite sport than chose football. So let's look at baseball. And we know that baseball, 12 students chose baseball. And if I look at football, I know that 8 students chose football. So when it says how many more, that means I have to subtract. So 12 minus 8 equals 4. So 4 more students chose baseball than football, which would be letter A. Thanks, and I hope you guys had a great day.